The Resorts World Casino Manhattan 10-horse field, a lot of good names in this race, and it came up a very wide open and maybe as interesting a betting race among them. Grade ones were running on this card. 1 of 8 were running on the card. The Jaipur, another turf race, came up strong as well. And the best way to play it, you know the drill. Head on over to Naira Bets. If you're not a member of Naira Bets, go to nairabets.com and use the promo code Belmont25 will match the $200 of your initial deposit, as well as giving you a free $25 bet. Gufo is back. Let's all give a little love to Gufo because he shows up in every one of our big turf races. And we're thrilled to have him back. And he ran well when he was second to Highland Chief. And Highland Chief is back. And I think a lot of people aren't going to respect Highland Chief and think, oh, he just got away with murder on the front end. But he was on top of a pretty moderate pace. But the other speed, Aban, was finished nowhere. So he ran very well, and he's a talented horse. I do think that Gufo ran well. Obviously, Yabir, compromised by the start, didn't run his race. But Gufo probably ran one of the best races ever ran in finishing second to Highland Chief. And I think both of these horses are players. And frankly, from a betting standpoint, I think you'll get a much better price on Highland Chief. Now, I know he's not going to be the 19-1 he was last time, but I still think he's going to be a bigger price than he should be. Gufo will take money. They're both horses I want to use in this race, and they're both players. Let's talk about the Turf Classic at 1 1/8 run at Churchill Downs on Derby Day. One of the weirdest races I've ever seen. Now, Santon handled the turf, and he did something that probably only 2 horses did. He and the second-place finisher, Mirror Mission, they handled the turf. And Santon's a horse that showed promise running second in the Hollywood Derby. He didn't quite get it done earlier this year, but he ran okay. He put it together here. It's a very weird turf course. And you're seeing Adamo, who's the 4 in here, finishing a distant third. I'll talk about him in a second. This is a race where basically, outside the first 2 finishers, nobody ran their races. Everybody ran significantly worse than they run in all their races. And watching Adamo, he made a move on the turn like he was going to be effective and continue that run the way he had in his first start in this country when he ran very well and actually finished ahead of Santon. And he hit the stretch, and he just started spinning his wheels. And that turf course was a little funky on Derby Day and Derby weekend. I think a lot of horses didn't handle it. I don't think Adamo handled it. And I think he's going to be a better price than he should be in here, and I think he's a major, major player. Listen, there are other players in here. You know, maybe Tribhuvan didn't handle the turf at all that day. And what about our old favorite Channel Maker? He's still got it. Let's take a look at him winning the Elkhorn at Keeneland. In his last start, his first start as an 8-year-old, first start in nearly 6 months, and the old pro just goes out and he rolls at 1.5 miles and gets it done. Channel Maker, it just seems like he's ageless. I know he's run well in the Keeneland turf. He's run well in the Belmont turf. Now, he's run this race 3 times. He was 4th in 2020 in the Manhattan. He was 4th to Bricks and Moore in the 2019 Manhattan, and he was 8th in 2018 when he got an impossibly bad trip. I don't know he's a 1.25 mile horse, but he's Channel Maker. And to not respect him in here would be to dismiss a horse that's always capable of competing at the highest level, running the horses around. He makes it a much more deeper race. The Resorts World Casino Manhattan is the race before the Belmont Stakes, the 10th race on the card. Play it through Naira Bets. Head on over to nairabets.com. If you're not a member, use the promo code Belmont25. We'll match with $200 of your initial deposit and give you a free $25 bet.